Hey there, welcome to my channel BMB Update Us 24. Steffy's shocking decision allows Sheila to be part of Finn's life? The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint that Steffy Forrester may deliver a shocking Sheila sharp decision. Can John Finn Finnegan's birth mom finally be part of his life? BMB fans know Sheila took a bullet while trying to save Steffy. It resulted in a wounded foot, but it could have been far worse. Steffy has been crediting Liam Spencer with saving her life, but Sheila did her part, too. If Sheila hadn't shown up when she did, Luna Nozawa might have pulled the trigger on Steffy. Sheila dove for the gun in a pivotal moment, so that should count for something. Plus, Sheila ultimately shoved some art supplies on the floor as a distraction, which is why Liam was able to get the upper hand and fire at Luna. In other words, this was a team effort. Sheila played a role in saving Steffy from a grim fate, so maybe she deserves a little reward. Although Sheila lost another toe in this whole ordeal, it'll be worth it if she scores some time with her beloved son. Sheila has accepted that she has to keep her distance from Finn, but could this dangerous mess prompt Steffy's change of heart? Now that Steffy believes Luna's dead, she might take pity on Finn and allow him to have a relationship with his birth mom. Steffy will want to proceed with caution if that happens, but Sheila deserves some recognition for what she did. It's easy to imagine a tense conversation where Steffy reminds Sheila of her past mistakes while also acknowledging that she stepped up. Sheila proved she's changed, so Steffy might open the door just a crack when it comes to Finn and Sheila bonding. Perhaps Finn could at least start coming by Illinois Giardino for lunch with Sheila occasionally. Steffy might decide to leave the ball in Finn's court and let him decide if that's something he'd like to pursue. Steffy and Hope panic over missing Liam. Luna wakes up to Lee's shocker. The bold and the beautiful, BMB, spoilers for the next 2 weeks, July 14th to July 25th, reveal that Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan will panic over missing Liam Spencer while Luna Nozawa wakes up to Lee Finnegan's shocker. During the week of July 14th to 18th, there'll be more grief and regrets over Luna's grim fate. Sheila Sharp and John Finn Finnegan will both wish Luna could have turned her life around instead of having it cut short. However, there's more to the story since Lee's been making cryptic comments and showing support for Luna despite her mistakes. It's safe to say that Luna is alive and in hiding thanks to Lee's sneakiness. Other BMB spoilers say Grace Buckingham will perform another urgent surgery since Liam will need one. Finn and Bridget Forrester will spend some time discussing Liam's strength and bravery despite everything he's been up against. After Liam comes out of his procedure alive, Bill's going to do something shocking. This may relate to Liam's inoperable brain tumor if Bill gets updates and refuses to let it end Liam's life. Whatever the case, Bill will steal Liam from the hospital while he's still unconscious, so Hope and Steffy may panic when they see that Liam's gone. Will Steffy and Hope eventually figure out this is Bill's doing? As for Ridge Forrester, he'll be pleased when Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan present a united front. Liam's ordeal will bring Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor together in support of him. Since Ridge has agreed to Taylor's wedding idea, they may do some planning while Brooke focuses on Nick Marone, Jack Wagner. This will be Nick's chance to shine and pull Brooke closer through a visit to Forrester Creations. The week of July 21st to 25th could be when Nick and Brooke will nail down some Italy plans. It looks like Nick will pressure Brooke to come with him and have the most romantic adventure possible. There may be some Forrester business to take care of in Naples and Capri soon, so that could make it easier for Brooke to get on board. Nick and Brooke's upcoming trip together won't go over well with Ridge since his jealousy's going to flare. That Italy trip will kick off before the month's over, but let's get back to the Liam action first. Bill might resolve to put Liam in some sort of experimental treatment, but he may face more backlash from Hope and Steffy once he takes charge of the situation. Finally, fans may see a glimpse of Luna recovering somewhere private in the coming weeks. At some point, Luna will awaken and get a shock when Lee admits she faked her death. Lee may explain how she's giving Luna another chance to avoid prison and keeping her away from Poppy Nozawa, who ruined Luna's life from Lee's perspective. Steffy credits Sheila Carter for saving her life in shocking admission. Have they turned the corner? Bold and beautiful spoilers reveal Steffy Forrester's shocking admission as she credits her longtime enemy Sheila Carter for saving her life during Luna's deadly attack. Will this change everything? Steffy Forrester credits Sheila Carter for saving her life in shocking admission. The moment BMB fans never thought they'd witness. Did Steffy Forrester just thank her worst enemy for saving her life? After years of hatred, shootings, and attempted murder, the unthinkable happened. Steffy actually gave Sheila Carter credit for helping save her during Luna Nozawa's deadly beach house attack. And we're still trying to process this bombshell. The beach house showdown that changed everything. It all went down during that terrifying confrontation on July 4th. Luna, consumed by her obsession with her father Finn Finnegan, had lured Steffy into a trap at the beach house. The deranged young woman held Steffy at gunpoint, blaming her for keeping Finn and little Hayes away from her. Talk about taking daddy issues to a whole new level. But here's where things get wild. Sheila Carter, yes, the same woman who shot Steffy and Finn and left them for dead, rushed to the scene. After convincing Taylor Hayes to reveal Steffy's location, Sheila burst in trying to talk Luna down. Do the right thing, she urged her granddaughter. The situation exploded into chaos. Sheila lunged for the gun, and shots rang out. Multiple shots. When the smoke cleared, all three women were injured. Sheila lost a toe, seriously. Steffy took a bullet to the foot, and Luna didn't make it. The words nobody expected to hear. After being rushed to the hospital and surviving yet another brush with death, Steffy dropped the bomb that has fans divided. Speaking to her father Ridge Forrester, she said the words that nobody, and I mean nobody, expected to come out of her mouth. Liam saved my life. And Sheila. Just like that. No qualifiers. No, but she's still evil. Just a straightforward acknowledgement that Sheila Carter helped save her life. Has hell frozen over? Are we in an alternate universe? What this means for the future. Let's be real here. One heroic act doesn't erase the fact that Sheila literally shot both Steffy and Finn at their own wedding reception. She's terrorized this family for years. She's faked her death more times than we can count. She's done unspeakable things. But, and this is a big but, she also risked her own life to save Steffy. She lost a toe in the process. That's some serious dedication to protecting her son's wife. The question now is, will Steffy's gratitude last? Or is this just a temporary moment of acknowledgement before she goes back to, rightfully, keeping Sheila at arm's length? And what about Finn? He just lost his daughter Luna, even if she was completely unhinged. His birth mother saved his wife. His adoptive mother Lee Finnegan is probably having a field day with all this drama. The poor guy must be emotionally exhausted. The shocking aftermath no one saw coming. Here's the kicker that has everyone talking. Poppy Nozawa, Luna's own mother, expressed relief that her daughter was dead. I'm glad my daughter's dead, she reportedly said. What kind of mother says that? Even if your kid is troubled, that's ice cold. It makes you wonder what else went down in Luna's past that we don't know about. Meanwhile, fans are completely split. Some are hoping this is the beginning of Sheila's redemption arc. Others are screaming at their TVs, warning Steffy not to let her guard down. After all, this is Sheila Carter we're talking about. The woman who's been reformed about 17 times before going right back to her villainous ways. Will this change anything? Look, we've been watching soaps long enough to know that nothing is ever simple. Steffy acknowledging Sheila's heroism is huge. Huge. But will it actually change their dynamic? The smart money says Steffy will maintain her boundaries. She might be grateful, but she's not stupid. She knows what Sheila is capable of. One act of heroism doesn't erase years of terror. But then again, this is the bold and the beautiful. Stranger things have happened. Remember when everyone thought Taylor was dead? Twice? Or when Ridge couldn't figure out who he loved for literally decades? With Luna dead and Sheila having proven she'll protect Steffy when it counts, could we actually see a thaw in their relationship? Could Sheila finally get access to her grandson Hayes? Will Finn be caught in the middle of his wife and his birth mother? One thing's for sure, this storyline is far from over. Steffy's admission has opened a door that can't be easily closed. Whether that leads to redemption, manipulation, or more chaos remains to be seen. But knowing Sheila Carter, she's already plotting how to use this to her advantage. Because leopards don't change their spots, even when they're minus one toe. Lee Finnegan fakes Looney Luna's death. The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint Luna Nozawa's days are winding down on the daytime soap opera. All signs are pointing to Luna succumbing to her injuries on the operating table, but is she really dead? Rumor has it someone could fake Luna's death and get her out of the hospital, and you will never guess who. Here's what's coming up next on Bold and Beautiful. Spoilers down below. Will Luna die? Lee Finnegan got to work on the operating room and began racing to save her niece Luna when she arrived at the emergency room. Lee has never had much use for her niece, but when Luna Nozawa's life is on the line, the doctor seems to have a change of heart. It was clear that Dr. John Finnegan's mom is going to do whatever it takes to save his daughter. After all, Luna is Lee's granddaughter too. The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint that Lee will begin to see that Luna didn't stand a chance with Poppy Nozawa as her mother, and in a shocking twist she will make it her mission to protect her granddaughter. A few years ago, Finn was in a similar situation after getting shot. Finn's mom did the unthinkable and kidnapped her son from the hospital and doctored him up at a secret location, nursed him back to health. Lee Finnegan makes shocking move. According to the bold and beautiful rumor mill, Luna's Aunt Lee could decide she wants to protect her from going to prison and remove her from the hospital when no one is looking. In order for Lee to throw the cops off her trail, she is going to have to fake Luna Nozawa's death and then sneak her out of the hospital when nobody is looking. Maybe Luna's other grandma Sheila Carter could help. She knows a thing or two about faking your own death. Are you surprised by Lee Finnegan's change of heart? Should Luna Nozawa get another chance? Will Lee risk her career to save her Finn's daughter? Liam Spencer paralyzed. Who will play nurse? The Bold and the Beautiful revealed on today's episode of the soap that Liam Spencer's next 48 hours are crucial and will determine whether he will live or die after getting shot. Dollar Bill's son may be out of the operating room, but is nowhere out of the woods yet. Plus, his brain tumor could complicate things for his recovery. If he does pull through, could he be wheelchair-bound? Here's what's happening next on B&B. Hot new spoilers down below. The chips are stacked against Liam Spencer on Bold and the Beautiful. Not only is he battling cancer and a brain tumor that's slowly killing him, he now has to recover from a near-fatal gunshot wound and emergency surgery. It's safe to say his immune system is already compromised, so when he does wake up he may not be the same version of himself as before. B&B spoilers. Liam gets horrible news. New rumors on soap message boards hint Liam Spencer could wake up and make a shocking discovery. He can't move his legs. The details have been murky surrounding Liam's brain tumor and exactly what form of cancer he is battling. It's not unusual for daytime TV writers to be vague when it comes to medical conditions to avoid far-fetched storylines and inaccuracies. If someone has a brain tumor, as it grows, it's not unusual for them to lose their motor skills or eventually complete use of their limbs. Liam Spencer isn't the same man. After the strain of getting shot and undergoing emergency surgery, B&B spoilers hint that Liam Spencer could be paralyzed when he wakes up and unable to walk. Luckily, he has two ex-wives who are both eager to burst him back to health. Will Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan fight over who gets to push Liam's wheelchair? Will Liam suffer complications when he wakes up on Bold and the Beautiful? History always repeats itself. Does B&B's Lee have Luna on lockdown? In what may go down as one of the most chilling plot parallels in the Bold and the Beautiful history, fans are beginning to connect deeply unsettling dots. Is Lee Finnegan keeping Luna Nozawa hidden, just like she once did with her own son, Finn? The haunting possibility that Lee has once again taken it upon herself to protect a loved one by locking them down in secrecy is gaining momentum, and the clues are far too glaring to ignore. Viewers will remember that after Finn was presumed dead, Lee secretly nursed him back to health in a remote facility, hidden away from Steffy, the Forresters, and even Sheila Carter. It was one of the soap's darkest, most controversial twists, a mother taking fate into her own hands while walking the razor-thin line between love and obsession. Now, with Luna suddenly gone, presumed dead by the outside world after the shooting scandal, and with Lee acting increasingly erratic, sharp-eyed fans are beginning to wonder, has Lee done it again? Is Luna actually alive and being held in secret, this time by her own aunt? If so, what's the real motive? Protection or control? Let's examine the facts. Luna's disappearance has been shrouded in ambiguity and conflicting reports. One moment, she's allegedly dead after a chaotic series of events that remain sketchy at best. The next, There are whispers of an anonymous patient in a secured wing of the hospital, a patient that no one but Lee is allowed to see. Combine that with Lee's recent cryptic behavior, her snapping at Poppy, her tense arguments with Finn, and her cold dismissal of any emotional reactions, and the puzzle pieces start to click into place. If history is repeating itself, it would be entirely in character for Lee to take drastic, morally grey actions in the name of family. But is this really about saving Luna, or erasing her from the scandal altogether? Could it be that Lee believes Luna's involvement in the shooting tarnishes her family's reputation and is now keeping her isolated under the guise of healing? And here's where it gets darker. Lee may be rewriting the narrative, just like she tried to do with Finn. Remember, when she had Finn in hiding, she never intended to tell anyone. She justified her secrecy by claiming it was for his own safety, from Sheila, from chaos, from emotional instability. But the reality was, she robbed others of closure and autonomy, including her own son's wife. If she's doing the same with Luna, this raises disturbing questions. Is Luna being medicated? Restrained? Gaslit into silence? The leak of hospital files and the murmurs of unauthorized medical access all point to something hidden under layers of professional decorum and personal guilt. We know Lee is a brilliant doctor, but she's also shown she'll cross ethical lines for those she deems worth saving. In Luna's case, is that truly about love or shame? After all, Luna's scandal, from the drugged hookup with Zende to the rumored involvement in a triple shooting, is something Lee likely believes stains the family name. Is Lee trying to erase that stain by keeping Luna under literal and figurative lockdown? There's also the emotional manipulation factor. Lee has never approved of how Poppy raised Luna. She sees herself as the more disciplined, respectable sister, a woman who made sacrifices to maintain her status and reputation, while Poppy chased whims and men. Keeping Luna locked away could be a way for Lee to punish Poppy while reclaiming Luna under her strict definition of family honor. In her mind, she may believe she's offering Luna the discipline and structure she never got, but in truth, it may be about control, not care. If Luna is conscious and being forced to remain hidden, imagine the psychological trauma, waking up in a sterile room, cut off from the outside world, told it's for her own good, while the people who love her believe she's dead. That's not protection. That's imprisonment. And for viewers who remember the cold precision with which Lee hid Finn from Steffy, the possibility that she's doing the same to Luna, only this time with even higher emotional stakes, is downright terrifying. Let's not forget the potential twist here. What if Luna knows something? Something that could destroy Lee. Could it be that Luna discovered something about her parentage, or about what really happened during the shooting, and Lee's keeping her hidden not just for her safety, but to silence her? There's been long-standing speculation that Bill Spencer is Luna's biological father, and if Luna found out the truth, it could unravel everything Lee has tried to build. Perhaps this isn't about shame. Perhaps it's about power. If Luna is alive and aware, she may be holding secrets that would blow the whole storyline wide open. Keeping her out of the public eye might be Lee's last desperate move to hold it all together. And what of Finn? If he discovers that his mother is at it again, hiding a loved one, manipulating the truth, and playing God with people's lives, how will he react? His marriage is already strained, his loyalty divided, and his emotional stability in question. If he finds out Luna is alive and Lee's been lying, again, it could be the final straw. Finn has always walked the line between rationality and emotional repression. This might push him over the edge. Would he protect Luna? Tell Steffy? Or would he be paralyzed by loyalty and fear of repeating the cycle his mother created for him? Worse, what if he already knows and is keeping the secret out of guilt? The potential ripple effects are enormous. A living Luna hidden by Lee sets up explosive confrontations between Poppy and Lee, between Finn and Steffy, and possibly between Luna and the world that moved on thinking she was dead. Imagine Steffy's reaction, especially if she mourned Luna, blamed herself or Finn for her death, and now finds out it was all a lie. Or Hope's reaction, if she played any role in covering up the aftermath. The return of Luna under these conditions could trigger fallout across all major families on the show, Spencer, Logan, Forrester, and Finnegan alike. In the end, this isn't just about whether Luna is alive, it's about how far Lee will go to control the narrative. History has shown that Lee believes in silent strength, calculated decisions, and doing what she believes is right, even if it's ethically indefensible. If she does have Luna on lockdown, it's not a stretch. It's a tragic continuation of her past behavior. And it raises the question, how many people have to suffer before Lee stops trying to play God? The answer may come in the form of Luna's reappearance, bruised, broken, and silenced, or in an explosive reveal that turns Lee from a composed surgeon into a scandal-ridden pariah. One thing is certain, history isn't just repeating itself on The Bold and the Beautiful, it's escalating. And if Luna is truly being held by the very woman who once faked her own son's death to the world, then we're not just watching a family drama, we're watching the unraveling of a dangerous obsession. Stay tuned, because if this leak is true, Luna's not just alive. She's the ticking time bomb that could blow Lee's entire life apart.